Hey everybody, and welcome to another Patreon live stream where we will be listening to and discussing and reacting to, I suppose, and listening to all sorts of video game music brought to me from my patrons. We have quite a big list to get through, lots and lots of music. We just got done with our investor call, had a really good time, and that's a private conversation that I have with the Patreon folks. Thank you for your generosity, of course, if you're a Patreon supporter and here. I really appreciate you. I'm really excited to listen to a bunch of music, and let's get started, shall we? Let's see, where did we leave off? We left off here. Sazanzos, the Divine Champion from Octopath Traveler, Champions of the Continent. One of the 5 themes, yes, 5 themes of the big bad of what? Of the big bad of this game. Enjoy the eargasm. Also, I'll be saving this up for a Patreon-only stream just in case. Oh, well, don't worry about it, Fatal Frame. Let's get it done. Wow. Nice. Can we talk about how good that tenor lick is? That's so satisfying. Hold on, I want to hear that again. That's gorgeous. I love that. That's such a fun, sustained thing. So it goes, and then the soprano comes in. What a great piece! Wow. Is this Nishiki? Also, if you're watching this stream, on X, that's titled incorrectly. That's not correct. I don't know why that's not titled the right way. Wow. Brrr. Wow. Wow. That's gorgeous. Fatal Frame always brings in some really amazing themes here, and this particular one from Octopath Traveler, what's it called? Champions of the Continent, was exceptional. That is a piece I would absolutely share with somebody in the music industry. I think it has so much character and personality. I would say it's a little bit repetitive, but that's certainly not a problem per se. It's just great. It's just really, really, really satisfying to listen to from a classical music perspective. And I certainly am very pleased to hear that. Thank you for sharing that with me. That's beautiful. I really, really enjoyed that. So the next one is Primordial Beat, Pristine Beat from Toho 14. Double Dealing Character. LXN provided this. Extra stage boss theme of Toho 14 loops at 3:15. Here we go. For those of you that are just joining in, welcome in. This is our monthly one of 3 Patreon live streams. If you'd like to be a part of the Patreon, by all means, I would encourage you to do so, but it's certainly never any pressure. We can also just hear and listen to music. I do plan in August to find more time to add different streams that are thematic in their nature. Lately, I have been doing mostly these Patreon streams, but just to give them the most value possible. But I also don't want you to feel like you're being left in the dust if you either can't or don't want to support the Patreon. There's never an obligation to do that. So really locking in more variety streams and more public streams is something really important to me that I would really like to do here soon. So thank you for your understanding and patience, of course. And here we go. Toho. Interesting. There's the... there's the loop. You know, I didn't love that. But why? It was very rhythmically driven, which I don't think was necessarily a problem per se. But I really, I'll tell you what I did like. I liked the drums very much. The taiko concept of it was really, really satisfying to listen to for sure. I really like that, especially the back half of this piece. The front piece, it was so trumpet dominant that it started to sort of like, it almost muddled itself together. Like I couldn't actually, like, I guess I'm really sensitive to melody and melodic writing, and this felt sort of like loud at all times. It didn't feel like it built on itself or really built anywhere. It felt like it was fairly one-dimensional, but that's not to say that it was a bad song, because structurally it was fine. I mean, it wasn't like bad per se. It just didn't really go anywhere for my taste. And so while, I don't want to yuck your yum, but I was I don't know, a little like neutral on it. I bet you, yes, I'm sure gameplay wise it works unbelievably well. And it's probably one of these things where in Touhou, you want rhythm. Touhou wants that. You know what I mean? Like we need that in Touhou, because it's all about avoidance and rhythm and, moving forward and continuing on the path. You know what I mean? So that was my like sort of take. I think this is one of those pieces that works unbelievably well in context. And I'm not saying it's like terrible or anything like that. It's just I wasn't crazy about it. But it was good. I always like hearing Touhou because it's so different from what I'm used to hearing, and I'm very happy to hear it. So, and yes, I will be doing a separate video for online. I just haven't edited it from the stream. Metal and Steel from XCOM 2. This music played during Loadout, where you equip your guerrilla operatives to fight against psychic aliens, subjugating the world. It's a huge upgrade to the Loadout music from Enemies Unknown. Okay. All right, let's listen to it. Metal and Steel. Ooh. Oh, yeah, I like that quite a bit. I thought that was structurally really interesting, and I also really appreciated how much the build-up there really was front and center with the horns. And obviously, it was a super patriotic piece. I'm sorry I'm yawning so much, guys. It's not because the music is boring. It's just you in this. Your chat is boring me. No, I'm just kidding. I felt that the piece was really interesting, and while I did sort of have, wait, Davi and I are streaming at the exact same time. Tell Davi I said hello. In fact, is Davi streaming right now? I saw Tectone do this the other day, so now we're going to do this too.
Not huge though. Like now.
Oh, he's listening to...
sounds small again.
Oh, he's listening to Outer Wilds.
Cozy.
Oh.
I feel like I remember this melody.
This piece makes me cry. Also, I'm on stream too. Everyone say hi to Davi. Don't pause.
Yeah.
He's a really talented musician, I have to say.
Cool. They're looping a sequence of chords. There's very loopable. They do that a lot in.
Yeah, looping is such a satisfying
Toho.
Feeling.
This is kind of.
Oh, he's talking about Toho now too. Yeah, it's true.
So much about.
It's true.
When we hear Toho songs.
It's true. There's so much repetition. Yeah, you see how
they changed it now.
Yeah.
Just because
so he's talking about chord structure.
They changed it now.
And that the chords themselves, all we're doing is like looping around a chord. And so what we get is actually, he played the chord right there. And so this is all just like spinning. So it actually is more interesting than if it was
Marco,
just a chord.
Marco,
you know what I mean?
Hey, man. He
So
says, this piece makes me cry. Also, I'm on stream too. And 147 people say hello. Cool. Hello, Marco viewers.
Hey, Davi. How you doing?
You're watching a stream while doing a stream. Wow.
Yeah, so it's cool because the chord, when he's playing the chord, what's happening around it is we're basically just noodling. We're noodling around the basic chord structure. You know what I mean?
This feels like such a deliberate choice. Even when they have the orchestra, I feel like they purposefully make it.
What's he gonna say?
Empty. There's very few voices playing, because I feel like Outer Wilds is very good at that thing that I talked about. Is very good at making you feel small in a huge.
I can see that.
Universe. Right?
I can see that. So there's
by having very few voices, even if there's an orchestra, it feels like harmonically and acoustically
sparse.
It feels like there's a lot of empty space left out.
Yeah, so it makes you feel like it's more personal for
like
you.
There's a lot of stuff, a lot of universe out there.
Yeah, so you feel small. That's cool.
It feels empty. It feels like you're alone and small, but in a good way.
Yeah, especially the way the strings play here.
And I recognize this melody.
It's very heartfelt and very honest. Chat wants us
and Blade and Bounty
to do
says,
a collab.
Vote Disu Fyroa theme. Yeah, do that. Blade and Bounty gave me money, so yes, do that. And it's Monster Hunter music. Monster Hunter music is cool.
All right, we're gonna bounce off of this in a moment.
And it ends. It ends on the.
Where does it end, Davi?
On a happy chord.
It does end on a happy chord.
Oops.
No, not that one.
It ends on a happy chord.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
There's a sense of positivity. It's like I said. It makes you sound lonely and small, but in a.
Thanks,
good way.
Thanks, Paco.
Right. So next up. It's.
All right.
Dark Souls 2.
So
Sir Alone boss fight. This one has been suggested a lot. I don't think I've ever heard it before. This will be my first time.
Sorry, chat. 1 second. Of course, everyone wants Spider Dance.
Sir Alone theme.
All right, whatever. All right, let's get back. Ah! All right, let's get back. So XCOM. So XCOM is really satisfying to listen to because we had the horns. The horns were driving that, even though you couldn't really tell. Like the horns were front and center when it comes to delivering a melody. So even though it's like laterally, it's quite large. What actually ends up happening is we get this soundscape of actual determination and focus with a little bit of of a metallic quality around it, which creates and causes a feeling of discomfort. But the horns, it's almost like you're being surrounded, right? Because of the way that the horns are structured, it's the stuff in between that symbolizes humanity's will to fight, while around it is the enemy conflict. You know what I mean? So I think that's very cool. Hey, Basil, please react to more Attack on Titan OST. I probably won't, just because, well, I appreciate this, the donation, of course, but only because of copyright issues. So, oh, wow. Okay, next up is Rushing from the 1994 marathon. Found you through a Destiny video, so might as well go way back to Bungie's first weird sci-fi journey in MIDI form. Here we go. All right, pretty simple. Fairly repetitive in its process here. So obviously it's like pretty repetitive, and obviously it like sort of shows it shows its age in a sense. But there are a couple things that I still admire and hear about this. One of them, of course, is the fact that we still have pretty distinct voicing, even though it's fully MIDI. It definitely feels very rudimentary, but I don't necessarily think that's a bad thing, especially when you think about it's basically just like a person sitting down at a piano going, ooh, let me try this. Like that's it, right? And if you think about it, it's da 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 da. That's it. All we're doing is repeating over and over and over, right? Sounds like the default Octavia song. But I actually like the voice leading in this, especially. Like, it did feel like there were two distinct voices. So you have the bass supporting the melody, but despite all of it being extremely rhythmic and sort of simple in its production, the harmony there is there. The harmony's there with the lower sort of male sound and then the higher soprano sound. So, I mean, I don't hate it, but it's certainly like, yeah, it's a little bit rudimentary, but I do think that it sort of like keeps the sensation of being pumped and intrigued, right? Would you agree? Would you say that? I don't know. I find that pretty interesting. It's also really cool to see where we've sort of come from and how different things are now. You know what I mean? Like, things are nuts now in terms of instrumentation. But I think someone said it. It's like the definition of beeps and boops. I'm so sorry. It's a definition of beeps and boops in not in a bad way either. So that's fun. I liked hearing that. It's to me, it's also really interesting to go from Sazantos from Octopath Traveler to this. And especially, yeah, actually, yeah, you make a great point. It's crazy to think that we somehow started with this and now look at Destiny's OST, even though they let those people go. I'll never get over it. But I would say that that's really cool when you consider Bungie's journey from Marathon to Halo to Destiny. You know what I mean? It's pretty cool. Vod On from Star Wars Republic Commando. The main theme from this 2005 Star Wars FPS game that has you take on the command of a squad of elite clone troopers. Commandos to fight for the Republic in the Clone Wars. One of the biggest themes in the game is brothership. Brotherhood? Brothership. You are each a piece of the whole person. Brothership. Brothership. All right, let's listen. Joshua. Whoa! Oh, I'm into it. Hey, Stormblight. Surely he's heard the Unsung War. Oh, I love the percussion in here. I like this piece already. Oh, shit. What the fuck? Alright. You have my attention. Oh, they are. Some serious. Don't even tell me that's it. No! Oh man, what the fuck? That doesn't like it doesn't. That's upsetting. That's so fucking good. That's it? 2 minutes? Ugh. Not gonna lie, a little let down. Man, that was a great piece. Void On is just 1/3 of a song. Well, I mean, if it loops, I guess that would be cool. Wow, you know, obviously, like, you know what it reminds me? It reminds me a lot of. Can I play this without getting in trouble? Let's see. You know what it reminds me of? So this is, I'm going to find a back door to, I don't spend a lot of time in the back door, but sometimes you have to take the back door. Petrushka. Where's the... No, not Petrushka. Sorry, that's Stravinsky. What am I looking for? I'm looking for... So, you know what it reminds me of? What's that? Hearts of Iron 4. Hold on. Yes. Katyusha. Listen. Da-da-da-da-da. No, shit. There's usually vocals here. Yeah, okay, disregard. It reminds me of the Russian male choir. super masculine in its sound, super present in the sort of the dominant sound quality of military and marches. And I find that piece incredibly satisfying to listen to, especially in here. So you know what? The Republic Commandos are this ferocious group of elite soldiers. And what you get in this soundscape is exactly that. It does exactly what it says on the tin, but the use of like full-throated, legitimate male sound here is so satisfying to listen to, and it's like incredibly satisfying to experience. It's so cool. Oh man, it has like hints of Battle Hymn of the Republic. Mine eyes have seen the glory of the coming of the Lord. For his truth is marching on. Glory, glory, hallelujah. Glory, glory, hallelujah. But much more nefarious and much more brutal, I would say. Yeah, I love that. I really enjoyed that piece. That's another one that I would play for somebody. Final Fantasy V, you bet your ass we're going to... Oh, no, but the Symphony of the Night. I feel like I really should listen to that. Oh, no. I made a terrible choice. Castlevania Symphony of the Night, The Tragic Prince, Harvest. Yeah, I'm going to flip a coin. Because I love Final Fantasy V. I'm going to flip my credit card. All right. Heads or tails? Oh, no, that doesn't work that way. It's tails. I didn't pick which one. All right. Harvest is heads. The Tragic Prince is tails. Heads. Harvest. You're like, Marco, you didn't actually do it. Harvest loops at 130. The original SNES track was severely limited in its replicating the authenticity of Celtic folk music, and that is what this remastered track aims to recapture. It's almost like I'm a Final Fantasy fan. Final Fantasy fucking sucks. Just kidding. I love Final Fantasy. Oh, I haven't heard this yet. Oh, wait, yeah, I have. Have I? Oh, yeah. Oh, man, that song fucking sucks. So why do we like that song so much? What do we think? What do we think about why that song makes us feel the way we do? Right, fast rhythm. Right, for one, I'm going to tell you, but I'd love to know why you like that song if you do. Fast rhythm. Fast rhythm. The sound, the feeling of dance. We inherently want to move our body to that piece. The happy claps, 1,000,000%. The happy claps take us to a new spot. There's a certain upbeat quality about it that just feels very exuberant and very enthusiastic. You know what I mean? The flutes make it really fun. The claps, of course. It does have a festival quality. Yes, it's happy. It's fun. The high tempo really just makes you want to dance. Yeah. Medieval tavern like dancing music, 1,000,000%. Yeah, absolutely. A lot of that is just exceptional and really fun. Is it simplistic? 1,000,000%. Is it boring? No. You know, and I think that that's one of the things that we can really enjoy about music in general is that simple music doesn't mean boring. It just means simple. And anything can be simple or complex and move us in many different ways, right? And actually, I like that idea. From now on, I'm going to ask you questions. Let's make this educational. And then I'll fill in the gaps with your commentary. I like that idea. That might make these streams even more interesting than they already are. Pancake Celeste. Celeste. Imagine if I misread Celeste and I read it as Celeste. Strawberry Jam. Pancake Droid. My favorite non-heart side track in Strawberry Jam. Madeline has to destroy an evil cassette tape. One of the most musically interesting tracks in Celeste in terms of instrumentation and rhythm, with an overarching theme of hopelessness and fear. Also, try and guess the game's time signature because it changes throughout the song. I'm really bad about meter. Impeded. No, wait, what? Shatter Song. It says Shatter Song, but then the link it says Impeded. Is that right? Nice strings. Oh wait, no. Okay, so this is the other track. Oh, balls. Okay, Shatter Song. Shatter Song. Okay, let me just grab this. So they put Impeded twice. That's why. Shatter Song Celeste. Oh, here it is. Still 6 minutes. Russian accent? No, it's Italian accent. But it's an Italian song. Italian. Sounds like prepared piano. Where it's like they're like plucking the hammers of the piano, but that's why you're not getting a full chord structure, full note sound, I should say. Italiano meatball. Slow build up. Yeah, it is shifting a lot of rhythm, isn't it? A lot of meter. We should shift it again. Here comes. Oh wow. Okay. Whew. That's a long time to feel that feeling. One of the things that does exceptionally well is it does place you in a state of real discomfort, and to the point that you would want to tune out or leave the stream or stop playing the piece. I mean, I about maybe a quarter of the way in, I was like, okay, I have another 6 minutes of this. You know what I mean? Very frustrating. Patreon suggestion. Well, then I'll see myself out. Oh, that's too bad. There's a lot of good music to listen to. Okay. There's a real like heft. I mean, I'm curious to know what you think about that. What does that make you feel when you listen to that? To me, it's very oppressive. It's uncomfortable, and it never lets up. And so what that does is it almost feels like there's a weight on your chest as you try to circumvent out of that, and push through that feeling, and ideally you would get to the other side of that musical soundscape and you would feel a sense of relief, or there would be some sort of a major chord, or just sort of. It's interesting because it does change meter a lot, and it's very rhythmically forward and rhythmically focused, and so it's very uncomfortable to listen to, and I don't love that. The stress really worms its way into you. Yeah, I wouldn't want to play that for a very long time. Yeah. Being an area that's slowly closing in around you. Yes, and it does deal with panic attacks and things. It feels like I'm going to break something if I do something wrong. Yeah. It's one of those tracks that's really hard, I think, to listen to out of context. And, we can talk about, if there's merit to listening to it out of context even. I think yes. I think like really sitting with something uncomfortable is a very fair thing to do. But I think in context it probably plays a lot better because you have a direction you're going in and you're trying to escape this soundscape. It'd be funny if someone sat there and was like, I'm going to sit here with this discomfort and experience it, period. Just found this channel yesterday and I've been watching all day. Oh, that's fantastic. I'm happy. Yeah, that's not fun. But it was. I felt it was valid to listen to and important to listen to. That was cool. All right, ethereal D&B with a cold vibe. Ice Place theme of Coolub for the King of Fighters 2000. All right, cool. I've heard some Path of Exile. Oh. So that's interesting. So I almost hear like weird, but ice, ice or something. You know what I mean? There's a sound quality. Oh wait, sorry. Ice Place is the name, but you hear the ice in it. One of the things that I've listened to the Not Lombato themes. I'm not a fan. They will not be on the channel. In fact, I think Genshin more or less is sort of slowing down on the channel because I don't know. It's a separate conversation. I don't know that I liked that. I felt like it was a little flat. I like the slow and steady. I like the slow and steady sound quality of that. Like it was, but I felt like it ended up being background noise more than it became like, I don't know. It was very slow. I haven't parsed out why I didn't like that just yet. It almost felt like it didn't go anywhere. Like it felt like music that I would do work to. You know what I mean? Which is odd. There was a soundscape in it that felt very sort of. Okay, how do I talk about this? Let me just like re-listen. Like this was. I was like, okay, where are we going? And then I liked this. So the beat itself is good, and I think like it shows Kula Diamond because it's a theme for a character. It shows Kula Diamond's like sense of poise and sense of almost like confidence in the sense that like Kula Diamond kind of leans back in a chair and looks at you like, yeah, and you know what I mean? Like there's an air there of like, don't waste my time. What do you want? You know what I mean? So that comes through. And then the harp, I think, maybe represents femininity. Femininity, maybe. And the beat kind of gives a feeling of not taking anybody's shit, right? Yeah, but I sort of wanted to. I like tuned my brain off as I was going in, as I was listening to that. But I mean, it's always nice to hear these pieces. Ricordando il passato from Umineko when they cry. Okay, bruh. Akiko Shikata knocks it out of the park with this one. IMO, one of my favorite pieces of music from any media. The emotional height at which this is played is unbeatable. Well, ricordando il passato means remembering the past. So let's listen. I think I've heard this before, actually. Well, they're speaking Italian. I really like this call and response thing here. It's really cool. It's essentially call and response with the choir starting it, and then the singer comes in between. Wow. The word painting in here is phenomenal. Yeah. The secondary melody in the violin up top is so, like, very gorgeous. Oh no, Requiescat in pace. Well, somebody dies. Riposa in pace nell'illusione che hai creato. Rest in peace with the illusion that you created. Ooh. Oh my gosh. 10? Thank you so much, 10 subs. Thank you, 10 memberships. You don't have to do that. I'll never forget. I'll never stop pronouncing your name. Thank you for that. Nelle tenebre dell'oblio. Oh my god. Thank you for that. It does, ricordando il passato. Rip. Riposa in pace. Rest in peace. In unison movement. Nice open chords. Rest in peace, sweet love. In peace. Nice movement there. Contrapuntal movement. Wow. I really like that. And the text painting was sublime throughout that entire thing. So one of the interesting things about that piece is that word painting is a huge important thing, especially when we talk about sung music. Word painting is everything. So we want text. We want text to feel when it's being sung like it has like that we can almost picture or feel the air, the air, the wind breezing in the breeze of what the fuck? Sorry, the breeze and the breeze and the wind. What am I trying to say? The breeze in the air. That's what I'm trying to say. We also get the sense of real somberness and sadness. The call and response in there is really cool too because it feels like a group of people consoling one person. And the way that we say certain phrases and stuff, obviously this is a bit of a super superficial sort of explanation, but this would be a piece that I would want to like really sit with and really go into detail with because the text painting is phenomenal. And I thought it was really well sung, and really, but it makes sense because Akiko Shitaka. I really enjoyed that very much. Ooh. Oh, Arknights or Europa Universalis? Oh man, I should go with Europa Universalis. The Voyage. Since you like Medieval 2 Total War, I do. Main menu. I thought the main menu music for a paradox strategy game about exploring the age of the new world to fighting in the age of revolutions would also fit your jam, and I think you'd be right. The Voyage from Europa Universalis. This is so like tried and true Western sound. Yes, sounds just like Strauss. I was wondering if we'd go up. That's my Seth Rogen laugh. I love that. Shadow, long, short. And that's the thing that we hear underneath while the oboe. There's nice lilting and movement. A lot of doubling in that the lower section there, sort of accompanying the top section. Mystery, intrigue, possibility, opportunity. Some of the adjectives that come to mind when you hear this. But a ton of doubling. The French horn symbolizing possibility, opportunity, discovery, joy, marching forward. Like a very natural ascension. A lot of re-emphasis in there too. Actually speeding up. Da, 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 da. Dun, 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 dun. Wow. So like, you know what's funny is that I had a friend on yesterday, Kevin, and favorite fish? Huh? What's my favorite fish? What's my favorite fish? Halibut? Cod? Great question. But this piece, oh my God, Franco, no, why? That's so much. Oh my God. Thank you so much. Wow, really, thank you. That's so unnecessary. 20? 10 before? All right, who's doing 50? One of the things that I really liked about that piece, well, so Kevin. So I was talking about Kevin. Franco got me distracted. Thank you, Franco. It's literally, it's $2. Yeah, but you just gave 20 bones. That's a lot. Imagine if the alerts were still on. I know. Imagine how many more memberships I'd receive if I had those alerts still on. Just kidding. One of the things that I really I was struck by in my conversation with Kevin, he's a tenor like me, and was the idea that some things can be derivative, but that doesn't mean that it's bad, right? And that this is like standard classical writing. Now, I was talking with him, and I may have used the word glazing about 15 times, but I love video game music, and I will glaze it all day, as the kids say, glaze. And I find it interesting because to me this isn't derivative. To me, this is exactly in line with where things should be in classical or in video game music writing. Like this kind of piece, this is the kind of piece that threads the needle to classical music. And if you like this, then you like classical music, right? So I found that conversation with him pretty interesting. Because I played Kevin the Promised Consort from Elden Ring Shadows of the Erdtree. And I was like, oh my God, he's going to go crazy for this. And he was like, it was great, but it was a little derivative. So the FromSoft boys are going to eat him alive. But at least they're not going to eat me alive. So I think it's really cool. I think it's really cool that a piece like this exists. And I find it incredibly satisfying because it's literally like the thread line between video games and classical music. Because it's both. And you could play this in a concert and people be like, wow, that's really powerful, right? So all that to say, like, I find it kind of interesting how someone could infer that as being boring or whatever, but actually, it's genuinely kind of interesting to me. Yeah. So let's keep going. What the fuck is this? Every night, every day. Vangen Midnight Maximum Tune 6RR Plus. One of the songs from the newest version of the game which came out recently. Yuzo Koshiro stepped away from the usual trance for this game.
Where'd you go? Where'd you go? Oh, 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 where'd you go? Where'd you go?
Nice doubling in there. Fairly like basic in its writing, but it's very catchy at the same time. Very modern sounding. Assassin's Creed was at the Paris Olympics. The Assassin's Creed theme at Paris 2024.
blowing my mind. You be on my mind. Every day and night. You be on my mind. Different girl I like. You be on my mind. Different girl I like. Why you keep on breaking my heart? Why you keep on breaking my heart, my heart? Why you keep on breaking 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 my heart? Breaking my heart, breaking my heart, breaking my heart, breaking my heart.
What is this game? What is this? So this is the type of thing that you'd go to EDC and hear, right? Like it's I think it's a fantastic bop. Incredibly satisfying and fun to listen to. Incredibly simple. Lots of doubling in here. But incredibly satisfying. And man, I fucking love this kind of music. And I know people get a little bit like, they're like, well, you're an opera singer, so you must just like opera. Nah, son. I love all this shit. This is fucking crazy. I would play this in like a road trip to stay awake. You know, like it's awesome, really awesome. It's fucking wild. I wish it could have been a little bit more diverse, but it's cool. The Shifting Mound from Slay the Princess, fifth movement of the theme of an Eldritch goddess. Why are you ending like that? I don't like that ending. Oof. So that's it's weird. It's relaxing. Someone mentioned relaxing, but also very depressing. Oh, I'm so no, I did yeah, but also very depressing. The singing. The singing is very Rachmaninovian. There's a piece. You know what I wish, chat? One of the things I wish the most is that I could play. You know, one of my visions for the channel has always been to feature more classical music, especially in these examples that I give, because I'm like, it sounds like Rachmaninoff. Okay, what does that mean? It's like one of the most frustrating parts because I think it's the thing that would be most interesting. But let me see. Maybe this will be. Classical music performances are copyrighted. Listen to this. This is the Rachmaninoff Vocalese. Hey gang, welcome in. It's very similar to what we just listened to. Listen to this. Listen when the soprano comes in. Gremlin, you already give enough on Patreon. Okay, well actually, this is not the vocal version. Anyway, point is, you hear how it's so similar, right? This one will get claimed. Trying to find one where you can hear the soprano so you can see what I mean. Anyway, I find that to be really beautiful, and it does remind me distinctly of the Rachmaninoff Vocalese. It's very, very, very tender, with an air of sadness, and yeah, it's really powerful. It's really powerful. If I were to do a video on that, I would absolutely pair it with that particular track, with the Vocalese. All right, the best is yet to come. One of the best songs ever made from Metal Gear Solid. When does this play again? Does it play? I think I remember it playing at the very end when you're in the tunnel and you're driving off on the bike. But does it play? Does it play in the snow with Sniper Wolf as well? It's the intro to MGS1? The intro? I thought that was a different one. Oh. It's one of the best songs ever written. Plays at the end of Snake's Adventure over staff credits. Yeah, that's right. That's right. And the B-roll. Gaelic. Bouzouki. Oh, I forgot it plays in MGS4 too. Gaelic, yes. Chills, man. What I like about this piece is that it has a build-up. It naturally goes somewhere. So even though it takes a little while to get there, what is the song about? The theme is consolatory in nature, with the lead vocal reassuring a silent third party that life can be beautiful and they can make a better future for themselves. It's a really gorgeous piece of music. And it reminds me of how gorgeous, I mean, you've maybe seen, the timing is appropriate, but there was, I did The Best Is Yet To Come yesterday on video. We listened to it on the last Patreon stream that we were here together for. And I've been satisfyingly obsessed with that now. Metal Gear Solid has music that I think really gets slipped by the wayside. I remember as I was started, I think I blacked out on a bunch of pieces that I remember. Metal Gear Solid 2's main theme is something that really clings to my brain. Such good stuff. Such good stuff. The main theme from MGS2 is another one that's just... Donkey Kong Country Returns Tiki Tong Terror. Not to be confused with Tiki Thong Terror. Ah, yes, Donkey Kong, my least favorite platformer. Let's do it. Hey, what? The low men pulsating in the... I started playing MGS on the Vita just today. MGS2. It looks so good. MGS2 is like 60 FPS on the Vita. That's actually madness. Inside the environments, it looks like a PS5 game at this point. Because the inside of the ship looks so clean. I gotta say, I'm kind of surprised by that. I feel like Donkey Kong is a series where the music kind of gets slept on a bit. It made me spin, actually. So I had a I don't know if any of you watch Samazard. He is a very good content creator that mostly prioritizes gacha games and MiHoYo and stuff. And we had him on the channel, and by we I mean I had him on the channel a couple days ago to film an episode where we shared 3 songs together. And one of the songs he picked for me was Sticker Bush Symphony from Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. And that was when my ears started to open my eyes to the power of a bunch of like what it means to listen to Donkey Kong music. Sticker Bush Symphony actually is now like one of my favorite themes, which I'm really like kind of, I don't know. So now I have like this open curiosity about Donkey Kong's music on the whole. Do I also do streams where you review non-Patreon suggestions? Yes, but I haven't recently, just because I've been very busy. Hi, Marco. Have you ever listened to the Near Audio? Oh, yes, of course. Meatballless. Love the content, the vibe, and the music. Thank you, Gustav. Yeah, so look forward to that video. He's my first gamer reacts to video game music, or gamers listen. I don't fucking know what the title is, but Pathfinder Wrath of the Righteous has been asked for quite a bit, so I'm happy to see it here. Pathfinder Wrath of the Righteous Mythic Power. What if you're the boss of the video game? This is your boss music. Really? Okay. Okay, big like choral movement here. Yep. Re-emphasis at the top. That's pretty good. Yeah, that's such a typical. heavy, heavy. Rum, rum, rum. Bum. The brass right there, emphasizing it. Rum, rum, dum, dum, rum, shum. No, that's it. Oh man, that was just going somewhere. All right, so here's my unadulterated, unfiltered thoughts. I would have liked to have seen that a little bit more expanded on, but boy, was that really intense. We had a sharp rhythm there, a lot of sharp expression in that piece. Really short, stab. Very, very satisfying to listen to. A little bit of a melody in there. I really liked the intensity in that piece. I was hoping that it would go somewhere. But sadly, only 2 minutes. But I also feel the emphasis and the intensity in that piece, right? And not every piece needs to have melody. That just felt like a really extended intro. But you can feel like it's all or nothing, right? Like the stakes are incredibly high. All or nothing. This is a do or die moment, and I quite enjoyed that real emphasis on the sharpness there and everything. It's cool. Alrighty, let's see. Wario World. Oh my god, no. We should listen to the title screen theme from Solstice. I've heard this, but in memory of Jeff Folan, who passed away from cancer not too long ago. Let's listen to this together. You think it's so unassuming? I love the rhythm in here. Die Suche nach dem Zauberstab von Demnos. Also, the fact there's no loop. The big crystals. The trills. I mean, this stuff is incredible. And there's like full-blown harmony in there too. We haven't repeated at all. And it's so musical. so cool, man. Imagine orchestrating this. This shit is bananas. That's so crazy. I'd heard that before, but rest in peace to Jeff, Tim's brother. Just genius stuff. Genius stuff. Pancake, I wanted to let you know the reason why I only listen to one is because I'm listening to one from everybody. People are allowed to put 2 songs every month, but I will pick one or the other. And in the case of your song, which is... I just picked one because the one wasn't highlighted in the sort of dark of the orange fill. So I just picked... I think Shatter Song was highlighted. Yeah, because that was the one that's the one I did. So it's just one. We have so many to get through, and we still technically... We still have another hour, and I should be able to clear through everybody's piece. So, thank you for your patience with that. Infinity Blade 3, an old gem from an older era of mobile games. The final boss... I remember Infinity Blade. This was one of the first, Yeah. You just had to swipe. Telling a tale of Cyrus, Olisar, and the Worker of Secrets. A tale of past versus present. I haven't heard any music from Advanced Wars, but I know that it's very good. Okay, this is called I Believe in Redemption. I've heard the Wild Arms main theme. Whoa. There's scary music without being scary. It's just like tilting the... Wow. That's ferocious. I like how subdued it is. Wow. Electric guitar? Huh. I love that. Huh. I love that. I wouldn't have been opposed. My Italian though. I wouldn't have been opposed if it had a little bit more of a sort of melodic through line. That sounded like really great ambient music. And I'm a hoe for melody. But that was a piece actually that sort of left me a bit. I really liked that. I really liked that. Huh. 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 I really like that. Call Wa. Oh, World at War. Call Wa. Cod Wa. Zombie map. Der Reise. Beauty of Annihilation. Another metal track by Kevin Sherwood and Elena Sigmund. This map is hidden. And it is supposed to be a weapon lab where the zombies and the what? And the teleporters were created. At the time, the lore wasn't explored much yet, as the song is less lore driven and more just a bop. By all means. First time live, Affenkönig. Willkommen! Willkommen! It left me stumped. I liked it so much. I liked it a lot. I liked it a lot. I like this too. Mein Freund, dein Deutsch ist absolut überzeugend. Yeah, I really like that piece. Like, it was one of those things where I had to process how I felt, and I still don't really know how I feel after listening to it because it was that enjoyable. Wow.
I'm chewing the bones of my own. Death be my dignity. Execute hemlock philosophy. Poison fills the cup of the carpenter. The last time, life so costly. No reason for grieving. Life so costly. Bring me down. I can see them everywhere. They're all around me. They're waiting for me. Descending, unrelenting beauty of annihilation. Your curiosity feeding off my animosity.
Dieser Livestream ist nun Eigentum. Eigentum der Bundesrepublik Deutschland. Ist nun Eigentum der I should be careful what I say. Oh nein, der Deutsche redet, ist auf den Fick lauft. Is that like a polyrhythm? Down.
See them everywhere. I can see them everywhere I go. I can see them everywhere. They're all around me. They're waiting for me. I can see them everywhere. I can see them everywhere I go. I can see them everywhere. They're all around me. They're waiting for me. Descending, unrelenting beauty of annihilation. Looks like your prophet was mistaken. Is life really gone or just been wasted? So close that I can taste it.
Okay, so what I really liked about that was everything involving Kevin Sherwood. And it's not that I didn't like Elena's vocals. Didn't love the text. And I found that it didn't actually didn't really benefit her. Like, she has a really pretty voice, but I didn't feel like it really went anywhere with her vocals. So that was a little bit off-putting. But the actual act of the screaming in the background and the instrumentation and stuff was really satisfying. I really enjoyed that. But yeah, I found all around me, all around me. It didn't lock in for me. But I did really appreciate how the piece was structured. I just wish that it had been a little bit less whiny without being mean, if that makes sense. But it's really good. It's really good. I liked that. Listen, you said you wanted my opinion on things, so I'm just trying to offer it. Don't cancel me. Guild Wars 2, Tengu Wall. Flying Cookie. Hello, Flying Cookie. Just a quick question. Oh, huh? This song is from the base game, but do you mind if I recommend songs from expansions you didn't play yet? By all means. By the time I actually get to any of these expansions, it'll be a long time from now, even though I do enjoy Guild Wars 2 very much. I appreciate you putting that one up, though. Sounds like a... No, that's cool, Freaky. I'm glad you put it up regardless. I like listening to all stuff, so... Guild Wars 2. You're welcome. I have reacted... Well, I wouldn't say reacted, but I've played Breath of the Wild. It's a clarinet. Guild Wars 2 is so underrated. Hello everybody on Twitch. Hello YouTube, how you doing? Those of you that have hopped in. Short and sweet. You know, I'm not liking how some of these pieces are ending. If I had one complaint for several of the songs in this stream, it's not a reflection of you, of course, that posted it. They end oddly, and I think it's because of the way that they're like structured for the loop, of course. But I wish that some of them have like proper endings. I've been thinking a lot about this after listening to Final Fantasy XIV's music. And so I have a big. I was about to say something wildly inappropriate. I have a big. How do I put this in my tired brain? I have a soft spot. That's what I want to say. I have a soft spot for Guild Wars 2 because Guild Wars 2's horizontal progression is really interesting to me. In that I don't need to be worried about FOMO or catching up to things because everything you could ever want is available to you, and you kind of make your own. You make your own like choices in Guild Wars 2, and I think that's quite nice. It can be a little bit daunting because the MMO has so much to offer, but it's all lateral, so you can kind of do anything besides maybe the legendary stuff, and you just kind of play as you like. So that's one thing. What I find interesting about Guild Wars 2 music, obviously we've got McLean Detmer, we've got Jeremy Soule, and what I find really interesting is that this music actually fits really interestingly. Lucas, first of all, thank you so much for signing up for the Patreon. The suggestions are in a pinned comment on the Patreon itself at the $10 tier, Tosca tier. You can also find that pinned in the Patreon Discord. Both are there. So Guild Wars 2 music lands really perfectly between Final Fantasy XIV's incredibly melodic music and overuse of leitmotif, and on the other side, WoW's generally extremely ambient music. Guild Wars 2 has this really beautiful melodic writing that is very expansive. One of the biggest complaints, and I haven't talked about it yet, but I guess I'll talk about it with you now. For some of you that play Dawn Trail, the overuse of the Dawn Trail motif is actually annoying me. Not because I don't like Soken, of course I love Soken, but the overuse of the motif is constant. It's everywhere. And I'm finding that quite interesting because I don't know if it's been like that in other expansions, but I feel like it's very, very prominent in Dawn Trail's game experience. I just finished up the first trial. It's everywhere. The dungeon theme, the main theme, the overworld theme for well, that's not really true, but well, no, because it's also in Tuli Loyal and stuff. Anyway, Guild Wars 2 has a bunch of motifs, but what I really like, and maybe it's just me, maybe I just prefer the Endwalker motif too, because I know Endwalker, obviously the flow motif was everywhere. So I mean, I don't want to, I think it would be unfair to say that it's everywhere because it's also been everywhere before in different themes. But Guild Wars 2 is interesting because Guild Wars 2 has motivic writing for certain places, and it sounds really unique to each place, and I really like that. Guild Wars 2 is a great game. It's as old as the other ones, but perfectly viable and stuff. Thanks, Bloffman. So I really enjoy that. I always enjoy hearing more Guild Wars 2, and I really wish I could like lock into it. Yeah, I guess it's been like that every expansion. I don't know why I suddenly clued into it. Maybe because I'm paying attention, but anyway, really great theme there. All right, so now we got 3 for 1 here. Renshin, Ryan, and Redcar. Listen to this in the Patreon private stream. This one's public, so wherever. When man and earth sing it in unison, all wounds shall be healed, all grudges shall be forgotten, and everything shall be forgiven. Wow, okay. Artenelico Koga Knell of Arciel. Artenelico 3. Ek Tiesia. Here we go. 3 for 1. Sitar. I love the soundscape. Big shift. Don't put yourself out for Patreon. I'm not worth it. Big unison. Big open chords. Sounds like octave singing. There's audio right now. I love how gentle she sounds when she sings with warmth of the sun shining through the leaves of trees. There's always call and response in these themes. Mama. The world throbs with life. Now bust out. Down, down, down. That's such a nice phrase. Na, 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 so many slides. Wow. So much grace, so many grace notes. That's why you teamed up, because it's 8 minutes. I see. Hey Chameleon, welcome into your first live stream. More call and response, non-stop call and response. This happens. Wow. Yeah, yeah. Oh, I love that. The accordion. Ah, it's 3 parts. Oh man, that's like off rhythm. The meter shifts here. Militant here. Yeah, being invaded by Pulse, cover this once blessed earth, loses emotions. back to the original idea. Nice resolution. Wow. More of this like sort of Gregorian chant style church hymn. These tracks are always so honest. It's the closest thing to avant-garde I feel like I can get into video game music, where it still has like a tonal center, but it's totally different. Oh man, Art and Elko is so hard to talk about. Art and Elko is wild. So I'm not yawning because it's boring. I'm just yawning because I'm tired. One of the things that's really fascinating to me about this particular piece, and really all Art and Elko songs, is their sense of purity. The use of Akiko-san, or Shikata-san, sings with this upper register that has this childlike soundscape to it. And so what it does is it's very arresting, because there's an inherent purity in that sound. And what it does is it creates this sense of angelic resonance, right? Where it's almost always doubled. Rarely does Akiko sing solo. So she's almost always calling and responding. She's almost always singing in some sort of really interesting open harmony. And by open it, like literally the soundscape, whether it's perfect fourths, perfect fifths, octaves, whatever, what ends up happening is that you feel like there's like space in the chord. We're usually, it almost feels like we're leaving out the third, and we're just going with the upper, the fifth or the fourth. Because if you add the third note into the chord, it sounds fuller. And the sense of purity that comes across in this music is always so interesting and palpable to me. And also the fact that the lyrics are so important, even though we actively do not understand them unless we are reading them. And so it begs the question, and it's an interesting question to me. Lyrics are important to a point, but what actually matters more, it's not a question, it's more of a statement. What matters more is the way that the music sounds and it makes us feel, right? Because then we can attach our own sort of constructed context based on this angelic and like looking down at the world soundscape, right? And so that was a really powerful 9 minutes where I really felt, I'm so sorry, deal with it, where I really felt like we were on a journey of like healing the planet or healing the earth or whatever. Yeah. And from a vocal perspective, it feels very like there are 3 characters in Die Zauberflöte from The Magic Flute by Mozart. And they sort of guide, they're the 3 spirits and they're children, and they guide our main characters. They guide Tamino, they guide Papageno, they guide Pamina. Well, they guide everything. They're really like sort of there as like holy, protectors, and one looking out for our heroes. And that's what this sounds like to me. The soundscape is very like holy guidance, and I find that to be very, very beautiful. Yeah, thanks guys. You really brought the pain with that one. That's definitely one I could see myself playing for somebody as I started to feature more Art and Elko. Go down here next. All right, Dante's Inferno. Scott, I saw that you're having to use your Patreon money for something else. Just wanted to wish you all the best. Thank you for the support the last 3 months. Really appreciate that. Hope you'll be back. Certainly doesn't have to be Patreon, but I hope that you take care of yourself and and get those bills paid. This is a theme song when you enter the second circle of hell, lust. This is Dante's Inferno. See, a nice clash there. Soprano symbolizes lust. That's it? Whoa. Okay. Interesting. Take care. Good night. Very siren song for sure. Also, one of the things that we hear in this piece in particular is a lot of clash, naturally, and in a real sense of just sort of like seduction, but in a real disturbed sense of it, like an unwanted seduction. I suppose lust. If we're talking about the 7 deadly sins, it's all for interpretation how everyone perceives these things. But 7 deadly sins would be very, lust could be very dangerous. And the soundscape there is very evocative of that. Dante's Inferno, man, I would love to play this. Oh, Legendary Drops is live. I just met him last week at TennoCon.
It's just not.
Let's see what kind of
Yeah, I don't like being shot in the back.
what kind of opinions he has about anything. Legendary Drops.
Yeah, that's one of
that's
one of the things that like I do wish
says
was different
hello
in the game. I think that fighting automatons in general
and
would be a hell of
says
a lot
go
more fun
play
if there was an actual
Warframe.
cover mechanic in the game.
Difficulty 10 has more enemies than we've
JK.
had before on lower difficulties.
Hello, welcome to
We've
the
really
stream.
ramped it up. It's
Just
meant
taking
to
a
feel
ear
like
break.
A real progression from 9 to 10.
We're also introducing a larger type of outpost, and it's going to be a real
Helldivers.
challenge to take on these.
This is actually
He's not
pretty
paying
fucking
attention.
cool. This is pretty cool.
He thinks it's
like
cool.
the idea of raiding a base. I like that a lot, actually. Marco. Hey, what's up, buddy? My stream says hello and says go play Warframe. I said that, JK. Don't tell me what to do. Don't tell me what to do.
Massive fortresses. But if you manage to do so, there will be
All right,
great.
anyway. All right, taking a break. I just needed to reset my ears there for a second. All right, sorry. No! Don't look at that. Nico. Yes, I've been really behind on reacting to League music. I don't know why I accidentally stopped. I think I just got distracted. Have I listened to Two Nights Promises? No. I've played quite a bit of For Honor, actually. But I've never... I mean, I'm sure I've heard it, but I've never heard it, if that makes sense. Okay. Wait. What's going on here? Oh, wait, what? Cram it. Hold on. Oh, wait, I'm sorry. My brain. Okay. Storms of Lust. Thank you. Okay, that's where we are. 119. Scarlet Nexus from Scarlet Nexus. Patron, Scarlet Nexus. Patron tier, Tosca. Just got the game from a sale, and that place instantly hooked me. I hope you enjoy. Scarlet Nexus from Scarlet Nexus about Scarlet Nexus. Featuring Scarlet Nexus. Whoa! Okay. All right. I've heard good things about this. Have I heard Lies of P? Yeah, I played up to the King of Puppets and then I stopped because I wanted to retain my sanity. Wow. I love when pieces I love when pieces I love fuck subscribe. I love when pieces do this. God, it's so good. Oh my god, I fucking love that. Oh, I have no words. God, that's so fucking good. I love that so much. Why? Why do I love that so much? It's just it's so like real, right? It's like so like simple. I love that the forward drive wasn't through like an intensity of rhythm. It was like through that little subtle right? Like the cello and the violins were like the emphasis of this piece. So you do have forward momentum, but it's like, you know what it is? It was a natural like build. You know what I mean? It was a natural like growth through into a climax. So I like that because we sort of know where we're going. I also love the piano. I've loved the piano since I was a kid. And I've always loved like piano versions of Final Fantasy music. I've always loved classical piano, Liszt, Hungarian Rhapsody No. 2, like all these piano, Chopin. I've always loved these composers. And there's just something about it that's so, I don't know, like I was swimming in that, right? And it like very clearly is an emotional state. And it's fucking good, man. Oh, I love that piece. Love Colored Master Spark from Toho Last Word by Mystic Square. Loops around 246, I think. This one you should remember, Marco. It's originally from Toho 8, but the good people from Tokyo Active Neats convert it for a gacha game of all things. I know how much you love gacha games, Oh, I resent that. I don't love gacha games. I've been cajoled into enjoying them. I can't believe that gacha games are like part of my life. They never were before this YouTube channel. So I blame all of you in this chat. All 200 of you. I resent you for exposing me to gacha game music. Tokyo Active Neat have been making Toho covers for a long time, and I'm so glad. If you don't know that sarcasm, I cannot help you. I can see it now. How dare you say that about all these people that support you on Patreon? I'm glad they got selected to make some good tunes for this mobile gacha game. Let's listen to it. I have no problem with gacha. Oh, nice. Oh, rhythm shift, nice. Oh, key change. I love a good key change, man. Again, I love piano, period. Sax. change again. That's interesting. I know it's a loop, but. Man, I fucking love that. Thank you for playing that. Thank you for sharing that with me. Holy balls. I'm losing my mind a little bit, chat. So like we're just cruising through these tracks. I fucking love this. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much for that. Loved it. Loved it. It's so much fun. Jazz, piano, the intensity and the rhythm, it just like oozes personality and style. It's just so effortless. Loved it. Thank you. Saber Wolf theme from Killer Instinct. Fuck yeah. A song that tells a story. Mick Gordon did Killer Instinct's OST, and I just don't think he gets enough credit. He doesn't. You're right. Let's listen to it. Yes, I'm becoming more and more unhinged as time goes on. Lycanthropy. Oh, 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 oh. Slow build. What just happened? Hold on one second. Wow, wow, what? Love the strings in here, so cool. Sounds like reloading bullets. It's like it's being chased, being run down. Just a little bit of dissonance in there too. I fucking love it. It's so interesting because it goes ba, 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 ba. Dust Force, what's that? So much fun little tension that's all makes. It's a little bit out of the tonal harmony of it, but it still leans in. It's really big and heavy though. Very much like a waltz. Yeah, I hear that. It feels like morphing. It feels like a werewolf like transforming, like a person transforming into an air. You know what I mean? I haven't heard Dust Force now. It's like I'm losing my humanity. Right? It's really rageful. Isn't it? That's so cool. Now this is real crunch dissonance disturbance. Chorus? This sounds like Ludwig the Holy Blade. That's crazy. Oh yeah. Horns. It's like that's being hunted. You saw my ad on Instagram for that mobile game? Cool. You sure did. That ad certainly made the rounds. I love that it's not over yet. No, Daniel, I haven't been able to. I love that it has the audacity to totally pull back right now with ambient noise. No, that's my dog. Wow, I love the string movement in here. This is the humanity. This is, yeah, the end, and we've lost it. the subtle wolf howl in the background. That's exceptional. That's exceptional. God, that's so good. Fantastic. That's really, really good. Man, Mick Gordon is insane. All right, we got a bunch more songs, so I'm just going to keep plowing through here. Limbus Company, Audite Pauper, and Volvet Miserias. Okay. Not Millie, Two-Face theme of the latest challenge mode. Final boss. Starts off like a dance as you fight a bound king's followers as he watches on. Please. Phase 2 commences when the king steps down from his throne, breaking free of his binds. Accordion and organ, or just no, it's probably just accordion. Waltz, da da dum shum bam ba da da da. 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2. Da, da, I am deranged and deformed. Reminds me a lot of Viego from League there. Oh, okay. It ends. Yeah, I like that. The first half I was a little iffy on. I felt like it sort of was a little directionless, but obviously it's a fight, so that makes sense. I mean, in context, it probably is phenomenal. The first half was a little slow, but I think it was needed in order to set up the build up to the wonderful sort of shift and transition into the second phase. Obviously, we need that it's a dynamic piece that shifts and changes, but I like that it stays the same. It just we were like sitting around like a 3 or a 4 on the dial, and then we turn the knob and we're suddenly thrust into 8 or 9 or even 10 at one point. And I find that really satisfying because it really does deliver that sort of emotional sound punch that is needed to really make us feel like we're on the edge of our seat and that we're fighting a fight that is sort of nonstop. I really appreciated that. I really like the middle. The middle was when I really tuned in and I was really starting to really lock in and pay attention to it. And I found it pretty enjoyable. Yeah. I mean, Limbus Company continues to really deliver stuff that is just nice and detailed. So it's cool. All right. Intruder alert from Team Fortress 2. No, I listened to that last time. Arcage main theme fixed June 27th. Arcage had its curtains closed for the last time. Oh, that was recent. There's no better track than this to celebrate the memories made there. Arcage. What is this? Arcage. It's an official movie. I'll watch it. Wait, what? Go down to 128? Oh, wait. So, am I skipping? Wait, Kramen, am I skipping Arcage? Oh, you're right. They already had a listen. Oh, yeah. Oops, sorry. You're right. Okay, Valley of Avatar from Legend of Spyro. Sorry, Emic. You're right. Thank you, Kramen. Legend of Spyro Dawn of the Dragon. The soundtrack was one I've forgotten to share with you. While it's not my favorite, it's a breath of fresh air after escaping the catacombs and seeing the surface of daylight. A beautiful valley. It's like it sounds like butterflies. Damn. I love the pulsation in the piano there. It's like seeing the world come alive before your eyes. You emerge from the catacomb and you're left with this vista of bright green and blue, and it's almost like seeing heaven. You know, daffodils and dandelions and guys, don't worry about Titanfall 2. I'll rectify it. You get the bells. Mixed in with just soaring melody with the unison movement there with the horns and with the strings. Did I say Titanfall 2? Actually, I should put that on the list too. I meant Team Fortress 2. Sorry. But I'm going to say Titanfall 2 as well. Yeah, that's really elegant. That's really elegant. That really feels like just ascending into the sky and an immense feeling of release almost. Gorgeous stuff. I really liked that. More Limbus Company. Wait. Yes, more Limbus Company. Guys, I don't even mind you coming in and dropping suggestions in the chat, but at least say hello. You guys are just coming in and like dropping the song and like you're like it's like hello to you too. I guess I should really it's all right. If it gets claimed, this will go on the let's use it as an experiment. If it gets claimed, I'll unlist the video and it will download it and be uploaded to Patreon. For any price, not any, but let's see. Maybe Millie won't claim it. Millie, a beautiful song played at the climax of Ishmael's story as she escapes the cycle of abuse and revenge. All of Millie's work for the game is good, but this one is very poignant. Compass. Now, I'm not saying like by all means. I'm thankful for like I appreciate you, like you're really passionate about a track. That's amazing. But also like I'm a person over here. I feel very grateful that we have a stream with 160 people. By all means, I feel very blessed. But it wouldn't hurt to say hi first. Take me out to dinner. Take me out to dinner, and then be like, hey, and then we can do it somewhere else. All right, let's listen to Compass. Huh? I liked Millie Between Worlds much better. This piece is quite nice. A very honest piece. It really like wears its heart on its sleeve. Like it's very expressive, especially when looks like Cassie goes up into the upper register. There's a real quality there of there's an honesty in the delivery. I really like the when it really picks up in the middle section. Just how much it sort of, I don't know, it really like builds into something, which is really satisfying. And again, like a couple other pieces, there are natural builds in here that I think are really, really well made. And that build here as we go into the big sort of fulfilling portion is really, really good. Yeah, but I actually wasn't crazy about that. But it's nice. I mean, it's like really beautiful. You know what I mean? Like it's tender. It's clearly heartfelt and honest. There's a purity in it as well. And there's a sense that we just want things to be okay, or like I'm finally starting off on my own. A really poignant lyric there was when she said, you know, this rope has strangled you and me. I think when she was referring to, Ahab. So yeah, I mean, that was nice. That wasn't the best intro to Millie, but still like really well constructed piece. Between Two Worlds, I think is the other track. That track I listened to, but then decided not to upload it due to copyright reasons. That track was insane. Really phenomenal stuff. So, Through Patches of Violets. What's that? No, I haven't, or maybe I have, but yeah. You're welcome. Thank you for the donation. If I had context, I bet you're right. I love a good context. But I also love listening to music at face value too. So, but I'm really glad I heard it. Don't get me wrong. What's this? Paranormal Order, Enigma of Fear. Huh? All right, hold on. Hold on. Paranormal. Oh yeah, okay. This is paranormal detective searching for her missing father. All right. Another spooky song. Oh, it did repeat. Okay. I liked that. I felt it sort of repeated itself a little too much. They would have some development would have been really interesting, but I liked that it had interesting volume shifts, and it did swell and grow and crescendo and do a lot of nice things. But it was a bit repetitive. But I liked it. It was cool. It was cool. I don't know much to say about that one. I enjoyed it for what it was. Blaze Blue, Stand Unrivaled by Arc System Works, of course. Daisuke Ishiwatari. Theme of an old samurai and the strongest living creature. Take it back out. Take it back. Definitely sounds like a shamisen. Whoa. 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 really love that. That, you know what? I really like these pieces from Blaze Blue because they're so simple and they're so like straightforward, and yet they have so much personality, and they're just like what's it called? They are just like Guilty Gear, just a little bit less complex. But I think that's really, really cool. That's fun. Marco, it was nice to meet you at TennoCon. Hope you avoided the sick going around. Hey, Silverito. Yeah, I am not sick. There's sick going around? Oh no, tragic. I hope everyone's okay. That's unfortunate. Yeah, are you sick? Let's listen to Hold You Tight from Nike, Goddess of Victory. Also by Cosmograph, featuring AKA. The song is also from Red Ash. Also about Red Hood. However, this tune is very different. No spoilers, but it makes me cry. Okay.
I spoke words that I regret so much.
2-week incubation? I think it's been 2 weeks since TennoCon. Yeah. Was it? Has it? Oh no, it's been 1 week. Uh-oh.
Those words cause pain and hurt you so.
Hey, Morgan, thank you.
I never want it to end that way. The thing that I have done, the thing that I will become one day, the pain that I will cause. I did what was the best. I spaced myself to different way. So
Booty shaking and booby shaking.
You call me by my name. I regret it all. Why did I let go? If time could take us back, look you in the eyes. Let me hold you tight by my
I love it. It's so nice. That's a nice melody. Jesus. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I guess it's an artistic choice to have this sort of be like the mainstay of the experience. I mean, obviously the story is really significant. I have heard great things about this story, actually. And I mean, the conversation is going to go right into you know, I mean, who said this? You've given up trying to convince people about Nikkei. Being judgmental is their loss. I generally only play games on my PC. Kind of sad that they felt Hot Girls was the bigger draw than actually being a solid game. I mean, as far as I know, it is a solid game. I mean, yeah, I don't know. It's weird, right? Because this game is like notoriously known for being the Coomer game. I don't know. One of the things that oh my God, I'm sure the game is very titillating. Oh, Jesus Christ. What I've discovered in the last 2 years of having welcome into your first stream. One of the things that I've sort of discovered over the last 2 years about music and about games, and certainly these types of games, is that there's so much there's communities for everything. I mean, you know, everything ends up being something really interesting for somebody, right? Whether it's because of this or that or the other. I don't know. What I've played, I actually like Nikkei because it's vertical, so I don't have to tilt my phone. Yeah, I don't know. It was hard to like lock into though, because the titties and the booty were very distracting, but like not in a good way, you know. In kind of like a frustrating way. Like, okay, I get it. Valkyria Chronicles. This song can trigger some PTSD moments for Valkyria Chronicles players. From memory, the song is played a few times when Valkyria appears on the battlefield. Valkyria's Awakening. Yeah, I love how ferocious this piece is. I mean, it certainly obviously is just nonstop intensity from the beginning to the end. It's interesting how you're saying it can have a double meaning where there's, you know, what's really cool is that you can put music in the same setting but change it slightly, and you get two different situations with the same music that have double meaning. I just had a Joe Biden moment where I just like repeated myself twice. I'm trying to be like talk about musical structure, but it just like my brain just imploded there for a second. All that to say, it's cool how we have those switches. You know, like we can have double meanings that create different sensations depending on what's occurring. Either way, that piece is really intense. You know what I mean? I found that really cool. Obviously, it's not something I would want to listen to like for 20 minutes, but I did love how like ferocious it was. You know what I mean? I'd like that. More Art Nellico. What the what? Exec Harmonious. I feel like the song is crucial to understanding Art Nellico and its music. Please read the video description too. It helps a lot in understanding the emotional significance of the piece. Made out from her feelings of gratitude to the humans for creating her and from her love for them, but she was never got to sing because it was discarded together with the other songs that weren't of practical use to her creators. Because of that, when Mir recovered it, she chose to never sing it and sealed it into the silver horn. Its effect is giving calm in the minds of listeners and enshrouding them in happiness. In the game, it was sung back to Mir by Misha during the final battle in an attempt to quell her hatred by reminding her of the love she once felt for humans. Take care of yourself. Good night. Thank you, Ina. No, I don't mind at all. That's very generous of you. Not necessary. I appreciate that. Okay, there's the stuff we're used to hearing. That's crazy. You know, so of all the Art Tonelico songs I've listened to, and I've actually become I feel like I'm becoming more of an advocate for this music. This one was the one that I found was the most different from everything I've heard. All the other ones are sort of get a little bit samey. But this one actually had a twinge of that evil, sort of like trying to, be understood, and that sound quality of like being against the grain and fighting against, sort of like this boss, the mentality of being unhappy with the makers of this thing or whatever. I can't really remember what I read earlier, but this was the first one that was sort of like angry and agitated, whereas the other ones have all been sort of like hopeful, peaceful, beautiful, like pretty, whatever. So I found this one really interesting to listen to, especially with the organ, and it still had all that open chorded singing, but I really liked how dangerous it sounded and how nefarious it sounded, and how like it was a villain trying to like come to understanding of themselves and why they are the way they are. Right? There was this sort of, I don't know, almost like there was almost like a duality in there where we've got the one frame of mind and then we have the other frame of mind, and they're fighting within each other. I really dug that. That was a really nice choice. Yes, I will be doing another scary game video, and yes, I will be doing more Omori. So let me keep going here. Oh. Okay. All right, let's see. You all have been very generous today. You know you don't have to do all these donations and subs and stuff, right? And memberships. Like I know you know, but I want you to understand. Leica, I love this game. My Destiny from Leica Age Through Blood. Really hard game, but beautiful song and beautiful music in this game. Very personal story with its composer. I'll link their thoughts on here in summarization. Why not? Fuck. Oh. What? Why? Oh, it's not coming up. All right, let me just play this. Nope. It's the wrong track, sorry. It's here.
I would go up to the red mountain, up that dusty road where you can see all the stars that point you to the river, where if you are quiet, maybe you can hear. What's your destiny? I'm too afraid to ask, too afraid to see. What's my destiny? I'm too afraid to ask, too afraid to feel. What's my destiny? I'm too afraid to ask, too afraid to hear. What's my destiny?
Thank you, Gam. Appreciate it.
What if there's no red mountain, and everything is lies you said to me, drowning in the sea of what is real? If I can't trust you, I don't wanna hear. What's my destiny?
See you later, Durndal. You don't have to do that. Thank you.
Too afraid to ask, too afraid to see. What's my destiny? I'm too afraid to ask, too afraid you? What's my destiny? I'm too afraid to ask, too afraid to hear. What's my destiny? What's my destiny?
So bleak. It really feels like crying out. This like sense of longing and wanting to make sense of things and having to navigate that, especially with the sound quality and the air in there is really like there's a rawness in that sort of. There's an exasperation in the sound quality, which is really powerful. It's pretty. One Who Craves Souls from Demon Souls, yes. My favorite song from Demon Souls, it plays during one of the endings you can get in the game. This must be the original. It's like almost happy. Another 15 minutes. Shut. Thanks for that gifted sub. Appreciate ya. Game God for PC. Loop. You know what's funny is that like that's both really positive and also pretty not positive at the same time. You know what I mean? Like there's something about that sound quality that's like, oof, like that's not great. But then there are moments of it where it's like, oh, this is kind of positive. But I find it interesting that there's such a clash there between there's a clash between like what is good and what is not good, and per usual with FromSoft games, there's a blurred line about what it means, you know. All right, let's check out tips. Saturn. Crisis Core, Vengeance on the World. One of my favorite versions of One Winged Angel. Cool. Okay. I don't think I've ever heard this one. I love that it's like all over the place. Like you can't. Wow, it's very disjointed. It feels like seeing something you shouldn't see. Bum, 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 bum. Oh, this is when everything goes crazy. I see. I love that little plucked. What a cool version. Wow. Ching, 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 ching. Sephiroth. Yeah, that was really powerful, and the juxtaposition between this theme. Actually, I'm going to do a video about these. I know that Lion Might did one, so I wanted to give him a little bit of space, but I really want to do a breakdown of every one of these tracks and do it's probably a 40-minute video, but that would be really fun. There's so much going on in this particular version. I find it really cool that we essentially are doing a variation on a theme, which is a very, classical music compositional approach. But we're, flipping the script a little bit with this one. It's cool. Hey, Ryan, how you doing? All right. Next up is Closed Casket Funeral. You're a convict who signed up to recover a crystal of the Urban Shade Corporation in exchange for your freedom. You are expendable. You are not expected to return. From the game Pressure. Okay. Is this a Roblox game? Yeah. Hey Robs, how you doing? Thank you. Yeah, we've been enjoying music here. Survival horror game for Roblox. Fascinating. It's like clearly ambient. Short and sweet though, which I appreciate. Yeah, I mean, that's pretty cool. The piano gave it a bleakness that I really liked because it was still melodically driven, and for me, melody is everything in my personal taste. Feeling like we're moving forward with melody is really, really exciting to me. And I liked that piece. It was simple. Obviously, it wasn't comfortable, but it wasn't bad, if that makes sense. It was just like sort of bleak and weirdly, I feel like I could like work to that piece of music. So nice. And yeah, I think Roblox can have some really nice jewels. It just depends on who's composing and who's writing and who's creating. There was another game that I listened to that was a Roblox game and it was terrible. All right, this is Crimson Bat from Dark Souls 3. Like I'm finally hearing this. Arvu. John, if you want to sign up right now, I'll listen to one more song. There was a Terraria song, but that wasn't the one that was suggested, so I didn't listen to it. But it was on the list. I owe you a big, long Terraria video, though. Vanilla. I only know 2 songs from Gravity Rush, but I kind of want to play it on my PS Vita. I have a lot of thoughts about this. I think it's just looping though, so I think I'm gonna stop it. Wow. As I would say that at this point, I've basically heard every FromSoft's music from at least from the Dark Souls series, and I love Dark Souls 3 actually. It's weird because I haven't picked it up in a long time, but Dark Souls 3 is easily probably my favorite of the series, and the pain and torture in this music, especially with I can't really dive into it right now without like having my like brain on, if that makes sense. Like I have to be in the state to like really like listen to this, but I love this song. There's so much going on in here, and man, I can't believe it's taken me this long to hear it. It's exceptional. And the way that we have an Arhu in here at one point, and the way that it's like that sort of like languishing quality in there is just fantastic. And I love. I mean, it can get a little bit background noisy if you don't quite pay attention. But at least for the first pass, there's a lot to say. I probably wouldn't do like the full 5 minutes in a video, but man, yeah, that's really gorgeous. Really gorgeous. All right, we have one more song. It's all right. I got it. The Glittering City of Yusnan. Yusnan from Lightning Returns. Lightning Returns OST, the Glittering Yusnan Afternoon theme, the Glittering City of Yusnan. Here we go. This music makes me want to play Final Fantasy 13 again. But the last time I tried it, I felt like I had vertigo. How is this a city theme? This is insane. It's so oppressive. There's like a hustle and bustle. Sha-ta-ta, ran-ta-ta. It's almost violent. But there's like a hustle and bustle of the city. What the fuck? random sax? That's not sax. That's is that what's it called? Is that the no, it is sax. It sounds like the duduk, is that what it was? God, this rhythm is wild. I haven't thought about the idea of a hemiola in a really long time, by the way. You get like a mix of futuristic mixed in with like very like classic desert sounding scape, a desert scape. That's not a loop. Wow. The chanting. Yeah. Huh? Yeah. Yeah. It's so funky. Feels like a very advanced city. We got the like sort of the Indian soundscape in here too. Okay, I think there's a loop. Wow, I'm really surprised. I mean, I'm really surprised. Final Fantasy 13 is such a problematic game, but its music continues to be so impressive. And I think Hamauzu is just such a phenomenal, crazy talented composer, and I think that really makes that city sort of come alive, much in the same way that we hear many other city themes in Final Fantasy's history come alive. And I'm really like actually blown away by that. That's extremely cool. I've slowly been dabbling into Final Fantasy 13 soundtrack just for fun, and I've been hearing just really, I mean, just such a wonderful diversity of pieces. Lightning's theme in particular, No Promises to Keep, is just so sublime. And wow. Okay, I'm a little bit tapped out. That was a solid almost 4 hours of video game music. I see that Alirenza just joined Patreon, but I think what we'll do is, because we will be reuniting next Friday. Next Friday is our next public stream. We'll just start with assuming that Alienza is at the tier that is required, Tosca tier. We will start with them, and then we'll sort of just do what we normally do. For those of you that were in the investor call earlier, I thank you once again, as always, for supporting the channel and supporting. Oh, this is Mitsudo Suzuki. Okay, but Mitsudo Suzuki has the sound of Hamauzu, which is really cool. Kind of like how we borrow a little bit with Soken, the soundscape, or with Yupeng Chen and the team at Hoyomix now. Yeah. So thank you again for supporting the channel, supporting Patreon, supporting me. It allows me to, have an editor that really takes care of these wonderful videos as they get more complex. Something that you didn't hear if you weren't in the Patreon call is that I have all of August booked up pretty much for collaborations with a wide variety of people. I'm hoping to continue to grow that so there's even more non-musician content creators. I have some gamers coming on the channel to listen to and share in their favorite music. Next Monday I'm meeting up with Alex Mukala and Husky by the Geek separately. We're going to be sharing tracks. If you don't know them, you should. They're really great musicians. I've got a bunch of people that are just coming in, and some non-gamer episodes, some gamer episodes, some some really targeted things. I'm really excited for the next month or two of content, but it will mean that I probably won't be doing a lot of solo videos, just because I'm so busy with all of these multiple sessions a day. But I'm really grateful for the support over on Patreon, but also just in general, just for your subscription and subscribing to the channel and being a part of the channel's community. Thanks a ton. If you did recently sign up for Patreon, don't forget that there is a Patreon VIP Discord section that you can be a part of. But in general, just thank you for hanging out for literally 4 hours. I hope you had a good time. I certainly did. Let's keep the train moving on great music, and I am highlighting things that really stand out to me, so that I can feature them on Non-Gamer Reacts videos, but also that I can sort of double back on and take a listen to with more detail. I really view these listening streams, as sort of like I don't want to call myself like a radio DJ or something, but generally, that's funny. But definitely, this is really a sharing experience. But my hope is that I can take some of these themes that really stood out to me and really double down on them and turn on my musician brain for them in individual videos or in ranking videos or tier list videos and stuff, or thematic videos. So anyway, thanks a ton. Appreciate it very much. And we'll see each other